Hi everyone. So, as you can tell, I'm back at one of my normal haunts. I know it's very hard to work out where I am. Because it's still dark, it feels like I have to talk quiet. But this is I'll say an early morning. I'll say early morning investigation. Now you know me, guys. I am petrified of being here in the dark. Yeah, every shadow is something, of course. So I know it's very hard to see on camera, and I promise I do have my lights on my camera. I'll probably just stay down this zone for a bit. Now, like I said, I do promise I do have my camera on, my lights on. On my camera. So, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Sun is slowly coming up. As you probably can tell over there, the sun is slowly coming up. Now, there are going to be people that know me. So, David, and a few other people are going to hate me for being out here. One, because I'm on my own. And 2, it's dark. Now, I agree with those people. Yes, I shouldn't be out here in the dark. I shouldn't be out here on my own in the dark. Especially when I see a pair of eyes looking at me. But that'll be either fox or deer. You probably won't be able to see it on camera. Now this place is known for deer, for foxes, well mostly deer, but it is known for like foxes as well. And again, I don't know whether you can notice it on camera. It could be my breath, but it's gotten really foggy, like misty. So those two wires are very close together, so I'm assuming that's a fox. Either a fox or a badger. I'll say probably more fox than badger. So like I said, you know, it looks really dark on camera, but I can assure you the sun is coming up. So again guys, month of October, all my private one-to-one readings are all half price at the moment. All of them are half price. So from the 28th to the 31st of October, all my readings will be, all my private one-to-one readings will be free. It's just a Halloween special that I'm doing for the month of October. I don't know if you can see it. There's a plane up there. So like I said guys, for the month of October, it's half price on all my private one-to-one readings. For Halloween, so from the 28th to the 31st of October, all my private readings will be free. As always, either go to my website or just leave me a comment in the video. And again, I will get back to you. May not be straight away, but I will get back to you. So, I know it's very hard to see on camera, but it is starting to light up a little bit. Here, so I'm going to be a little bit more brave, and I'm going to go towards the back of where I am. So the sun rises, as you can tell, from over there, and the sun sets roughly over there. So I can't see perfectly, but I can make out stuff out, so yeah. So what I'll be doing in this video as well guys is I'm gonna switch over to my other camera. Once I've calmed down a bit, switch over to my other camera, and I'll use this phone to do some EVPs. So I do have my torch on as well. Just for any of those people out there and say, oh, you don't have your light on. I do. I promise you I do. Yeah, I promise you I do. I do have a torch. So this is towards the back of the cemetery now, guys, and it's not very big, but it is kind of spooky. Sorry about that, guys. I hit the wrong button on the old on the camera. I wasn't planning on ending this video, but I hit the wrong button. I was trying to get more lights on my camera, and that actually seems to be a lot better. So now you can see a little bit more better now. I can hear an owl. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to make my way back to the make my way back down this way. One or two reasons. One, I can sit on that wall down there. And two, I don't know, just being down this bit gives me the creeps. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. So like I said, guys, this is not an overnight challenge. This is not yeah, exploring in the dark and any of that. It's just I want to spruce it up for you guys a bit. Now I will share a secret with you guys and girls. I am petrified of the dark. There's no lie. I am scared of the dark. So when I see a pair of glowing eyes, I need to get back to reality and say to myself, you know what? It's an animal. It's either a deer or a fox, most likely a fox. It's either a deer or a fox, or it's not anything scary. It's a deer or a fox, guaranteed. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to set up my other camera and I'll do some EVP sessions. As well, I've got two apps now. I've got the Nectrophonic and Nectrometer. So I'll be using those two apps as well. So I'm going to cut the video here, set up my other camera. I know I shouldn't, I know I should keep the camera going, because a true, real ghost hunter will keep their camera on. Just trying to turn off my torchlight. There it goes. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing now, guys. So there will be a brief cut and then I'll do some EVPs. So guys, I'm still here. So the battery on this camera doesn't last very long. I'll probably get between 8 to 10 minute video from this camera. Don't know why. Battery is absolutely shot to pieces on this camera. It just seems to like drain it. So let's get straight into it. Let's start doing some EVPs. Like I just said, I'll be doing Netrophonic and Netrometer. So let's get my phone set up. And what I'll do is, well, I'll film the sunrise as well. So let's do it. So let's use the Netrometer. So this is what the Netrometer looks like. Let's start.
I don't know.
So the first thing that came through is I don't know. I don't know. So what are you not sure about? Right side. So apparently on my right side. Okay. Walk down. Sadistic. Brittany. Is that your name, Brittany? Portal. Oh, okay. Should I be worried?
Stop them.
Stop them. Stop who? Stop who?
Sacrifice.
Okay. What do you mean by sacrifice? Was you sacrificed?
Famous.
I wish I was famous. But I'm not going to do a sacrifice to be famous though. There's other ways to be famous. Movie. So that's what I'm doing. Kind of. A YouTube movie. Kind of. Kind of a movie, but more of a video than a movie. Evelyn. So it does seem to be quite active here. Got Brittany and Evelyn. So negative. I will be honest with you, I do feel uneasy, but I'll put that down to like being here, like kind of like in the dark. Now the sun's up, I don't feel too bad, but I do still feel kind of like on edge. Is there a negative spirit here? You know that you can't attach yourself to me and all that because I'm wearing protective crystals. I do actually have a protective crystal on me now, so, and I'm protective as well, so I've got my negative man. So let's just set my camera up somewhere. So why are you a negative man for? Why are you so negative? Hey, have you had a bad life? That's why you're so negative? Did something happen to you? That's why you're negative? Is that why you're so negative? Something happened to you? Is that why you're so negative?
Radiant.
As you know, guys, I can't always read and write, so 18. So was you 18 when you passed? Was you 18 when you passed? Or was there 18 spirits? So was that your age, or is that how many spirits there are? Glory. So tell me something that actually makes sense to me. Say something that actually makes sense. Because some of the stuff that saying is making sense, but not always.
No ghost. Child spirit.
So it says no ghost, and it says immediately after that it says child spirit. So I find that fascinating. So are you a child spirit? So would you like to tell me your name? If you would like me to know your name. Or how old are you? How old are you?
Disembodied.
Disembodied. So if your child spirit is here, can you give me some... would you like to come and talk to me? You don't have to, but it'd be nice to talk to you. I'm here to talk to anyone that wants to come and talk. Margaret. So I've got Margaret. Yes, I have. So that's a good thing about this app. It does actually come out with like a little mini sentence.
I am here.
I am here. Hello Margaret, if that's your name, hello. Is there anything else you want? Disagree. Why don't you disagree? What are you disagreeing about? Like what am I doing, or are you disagreeing with what I'm doing? Are you disagreeing that I'm here at this time in the morning? Or is there something that happened that you're not happy about? I'm here to listen. I'm here to tell you a story if you've got a story to tell. Help. What would you like help with if I'm still talking to Margaret? What would you like help with if I'm still talking to Margaret? So that's the thing, sometimes it makes sense and sometimes it doesn't. So by the looks of it guys, I may have to change the battery on this soon. Like I said, I'll probably only get about 20 minutes out of this battery if I'm lucky. Next to me. So am I next to you? Sure. So sometimes it makes sense and sometimes it doesn't. So what? EMF. EMF. So I want to know whether these names are Margaret. Ive. So is this one Margaret? No, Barbara. Can't even read that one. John. It doesn't. Dorothy. I said there could be a Margaret here, but I couldn't tell you. But saying that, Margaret's a common name, so it did say a dozen. But like I said, Margaret's a very common name, so yeah. Let's move over here. Motion. Just said snatched. Make me. This is snatched, not scratched. It said make me, then suit. I'm just gonna go and grab my bag. Revenge. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to stop this nectrometer and I'm going to go to the nectrophonic. So I would like to talk to anyone who's around. I really want to speak to the higher spirits, otherwise the spirits. I asked my spirit guides how do that. This spirit through, I ask that it does not bring any evil forth. I will not speak to good spirit. Thank you. Is there anyone here that would like to speak to me? Yeah, I think so. So, if you want to speak to me, can you please tell me what your name is? Because I have to call you by name. So how are you doing this cold October morning? Are you guys getting ready for Halloween? Or is there Halloween in the spirit world? So yeah, there's quite a lot of energy here this morning. So is there anything that you would like to tell me while I'm here? I will be honest, I do feel this negative man. This negative, well, I'll say negative man because that's what came through on the electrophonic. But I do feel a little bit of unease. I think they said please. So sometimes I don't always ask questions when I do an EVP session. I just let the spirit talk, because I do believe that spirit is around here. I think I said hello, Jim. Did you just say hello, Jim?
Thanks.
Oh, thank you for talking to me. Well, I will be stopping this EVP session shortly. Well, thank you for talking to me. I'm going to let you go now. You're not allowed to follow me home, yeah? So guys and girls, what I'm going to do, because my battery's, and I keep saying this for the last half hour, but this battery's about to die, so I'm going to switch this camera off and go back over to my phone and record on there. One, because the battery lasts a bit longer, and two, I get a better quality picture on my phone. This video is not over yet. It's just I want to switch back over to my phone because there's a better quality picture. So bear with me while I switch back over to my phone, and I'll be back. I was actually starting to think I should have bought my gloves because standing here it is cold. Let's make my way back up. Like I said, it's a small graveyard, so let's make my way back up here. I hope you enjoyed that EVP session I did. Of course, it's October and I am starting to get a little bit cold. So at the beginning of this video I was down this end and yeah, it was dark. It wasn't pitch black, but it was dark. And I had an eerie feeling about down this end. While I was trying to sort out my cameras and stuff and switch over to my phone, which I'm using now by the way, I had quite a lot of movement over there. Now behind those trees there was a footpath, so it could have been a dog walker. It could have been a dog that, I don't know, upset a bird or whatever. So yeah, it's very, I want to say hazy this morning, the way of weather. As you can tell, over there it looks a bit hazy. So yes, I'm a bit cold, as you can imagine. So I'm going to sit down over here because this is where I was getting the uncomfortable feeling. But I think I'll just put that down to the dark because it was dark. So I'm just put you guys down for a bit because I need to put my hands in my pockets. So let's put you over there. So we'll hope you can still hear me okay. I just need to put my hands in my pockets while I talk. So one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is my passion for the spirit world, my passion for the paranormal, my passion for anything paranormal. And I hope, like I said, I hope you can still hear me okay, so you may have to turn the volume up on this bit. Trying to keep warm. Or trying to keep my hands warm anyway. So, a little bit of a story for you guys. I don't know whether I told you a story, but I'll try and be a little bit more specific. I'll try to be a little bit more specific. If my parents are watching this, I hope that I was gonna say if my parents are watching, I'm trying to be like specific without being too personal. But my parents used to live in a 2-bedroom house, and then of course my sister was born first, so obviously my sister's older than me, obviously, and then I came along. Obviously I couldn't share a bedroom with my sister, especially when I got older. So my parents got a 3-bedroom house, and I don't know exactly how old I was. I think my mum said I was about 3, I think. Again, I'm not 100% sure. I said I'm not 100% sure on all the specific dates and how old I was and all that, but I think I was about 3 years old, I think, when we moved into this 3-bedroom house. Just trying to get myself comfortable. I'm sitting on a wet wall. So yeah, and I think that's where I want to say paranormal. The reason why I want to say paranormal, because it wasn't like a spiritual thing. It didn't feel like a spiritual thing to me. It felt more like paranormal experiences. And I think I told you a story before. So I'm going to say from the age of 3. So like I said, I don't know the exact age I was when I moved into this 3-bedroom house with my family. But I remember it was definitely roughly about 3 years old when I started seeing this man in this home, in this 3-bedroom home. And again, I don't know the specifics, but I think I was the first one to see this man, this old man. But he always used to stand by the kitchen door. It was a small 3-bedroom house, by the way, and it was one of those kitchen dining room kind of like setups. I would say it wasn't a very big kitchen dining room, you know. I would say like standard size. So yeah, I think, to be honest, when these homes were built, it used to be like apart from the kitchen, it used to be like one big area, if that makes any sense. So it'd be like a living room, dining room, and you have like a little bit for the kitchen. But someone put a wall in, and separated them all. Anyway, back to the story. So this man used to stand by the kitchen door. I was home for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason is but for whatever reason, I was at home. During the day, I wasn't at school, wasn't at nursery. For whatever reason, I was at home. I was about 3 years old, and I'm assuming it was roughly about lunchtime. I was sitting on the kitchen table. My mum was, I think she was sitting next to me. And this is a story that I was told. And we were sitting down having lunch, or breakfast, one or two. And all of a sudden, I stood up, on the chair, of course. I think I stood up. Anyway, it doesn't matter whether I stood up or sat down, doesn't matter. But my attention wasn't on the food. My intention wasn't on my mum. But my focus was on the kitchen door area. And started getting all excited, and as a 3-year-old would, they get all excited, don't they? So my mum, being my mum, thought, okay, well, it must be my dad, her husband, coming home. So she waited until, because the kitchen door was closed, so she was expecting my dad to walk through the kitchen door. Open up the kitchen door, walk into the kitchen. And a few minutes went by, nothing. So she thought it was a bit strange. She thought that was a bit weird. So she tried to, get me to calm down and put my focus back onto the meal that I was having. And I like to think that was the beginning of my paranormal journey. Again, this is spread out throughout the years. As a child, my mum and dad had their own business. I'm not going to get into the business. I'm not going to say what it is or whatever. But they had their own business. So any spare time they had, they worked on the business. So whether it be at the location of where their business was, or whether it was in the back garden, they had their own business. But my parents were, and still are, they were and still are, good parents. Not every family's perfect, but they were there. We went out like days out, trips. We went to London a couple of times as a child. Went to Marwell Zoo, went to Fort Park, went to Chessington, went to Portons Park, went on like yearly holidays, that kind of thing. So had great Christmases as a child. Obviously things change when you get older. But yeah, even though my family were, especially sorry mum if you're watching this, but especially my dad, he worked all the time. And as we got older, he used to do like stupid hours, like 12 hours, 16 hours a day. There've been a couple of times, I know, because I worked with my dad for a bit. There were a couple of times where we had to work 24 hours. And they were a killer. They were a killer. But, you know, me and my dad, we had fun, you know, doing those 24-hour shifts. But again, you know, I don't want to talk about work, but it is part of the company that me and my dad worked for. It was not something that we did all the time, but on certain occasions we had to do it, you know. But he was always there, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we always went on days out and stuff like that, holidays, you know, things like that. But anyway, back to the story. So, so I just had to add that in because what I'm about to say, it makes sense. So the days when my mum and dad, yeah, had to go out to work, and may had to work late or whatever. One of my nans, so it'll either be on my mum's side or my dad's side, would come and babysit. Now there were times where both nan and granddad would come and babysit, and sometimes it was just my nan, one of my nans. So of course, you know, they came over. I'm assuming around about lunchtime they would come over and wait for, you know, me, my sister, and then later on my brother to come home from school. So obviously they would sit there, wait for us to come home. But both my nans on separate occasions, like I said, they were home alone, waiting for us kids to turn up from school. They would see a black shadow figure walk up the stairs. Now, like I said, you know, it was a small house, and my dad, again, a little bit of a backstory. Both my nans used to sit in the living room, watch TV, while they're waiting for us to turn up from school. And my dad, I still remember him making it to this day. I was very young, but I still remember my dad making it even today. But in the living room, if you was facing the TV, on your left hand side there was one of those stained glass frosted kind of like windows, and beyond that was like the hallway, the front door, and then obviously the stairs going up. Obviously you couldn't see it clearly because, like I said, it was like kind of like frosted glass you get in like in bathrooms and stuff. And he put like a rose, like I said, using that stained glass oils and stuff and paint. I still remember that. Still remember that to this day. Looked very nice. Anyway, back to the story. Like I said, this is a ghost story, not a true ghost story, not a designer program. So, like I say, you can see into the hallway, but it was like kind of like looking through, like I said, frosted glass. So they saw this black figure go up the stairs. So, of course, my nans, being my nans, said, well, I'm not having any of this. I want to know who this person is. I would, obviously, by the time they got to the stairs, the figure was gone. They would follow the figure up the stairs. Like I said, the upstairs is very small, 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. By the time they checked all the bathrooms and bedrooms and all that, there was no one to be seen. The upstairs was how either my parents or my grandparents left it. all the doors were either open or shut. Exactly how they left it. No one was indoors, apart from my nan. And that happened quite often, growing up as a child. The other thing is that my next door neighbour, and this is a story that my mum and dad told me, my next door neighbour at that time used to see a man standing on top of the stairs looking down. And again, the lady of the house was home alone looking after their child while her husband was out working. Not being prejudiced, by the way, guys. Is what it is. You know, things change, times change. But the only thing that was separating our stairs with their stairs, because their stairs were like joined, if that makes any sense. The only thing that was separating the two stairs was this wall. My theory is that this man used to walk up the stairs, go up to the top of the landing, and then walked through the wall, and then obviously my neighbour used to see him. That's my theory. My dad saw him one night. He woke up during the middle of the night. He fell asleep on the sofa, which is typical for men. Fell asleep on the sofa, woke up, don't know what time in the night, and yeah, saw this man. Anyway, the street that I lived on was had like mixed, like you get now, like mixed. You had like young families, and I would say the very old generation, i.e. people that have retired, living there. I need to get up. That retired there. So you had quite a lot of people that were in their 70s, 80s. I don't know about 90s, but 70, 80 years old, living there. So anyway, so my dad used to do odd jobs for these. I don't want to use the word elderly, but the older generation. So anyway, got a knock on the door. Can you help me? So my dad went and helped. You wouldn't turn down a job. My dad's one of those people, you wouldn't turn down a job. So he went and helped out this old lady. And on the wall was a picture of a man. So my dad, being my dad, said, "Oh, who's the man in the picture?" And obviously the lady said, "Oh, that's my husband. He died X amount of years ago." And it was the same man that haunted our house. Obviously, as I got older, the family got older. It died down. But there's so many other things that I could go into about that particular house. I always felt on edge in that house. But you learn to live with it. And again, there's so many other personal stories I could tell, things that happened to my dad, which I'm not going to go into. Again, when a ghost, what's the word? When a ghost affects the whole family, I'll tell that kind of story, like I just told you. But when certain things attach them, I don't want to say attached, but when certain things, when certain spirits do certain things to one particular family member, then obviously I want that permission from that family member before I share it. So I made a video back in May, and my dad said, "I don't want to be in the film. I don't want to be filmed," and that's fine. I don't want to be. That's fine, So I got to respect people's wish. Even telling stories, I've got to have. I want that permission. if that makes any sense, from that person, whether it be my dad or whoever. So I may share a couple of stories, but I've got to get my dad's permission. I would say, as a family, I feel, because we moved out of that house now. Obviously, I don't live with my parents now. I live with David. I have done for many years now. My mum and dad have moved out of that house and moved somewhere else. Of course, my sister, she's moved out many years ago with her husband. She's got two beautiful daughters. I don't mean that the wrong way. She's got two beautiful daughters. Again, lived in her own house. But I feel, that we're, as a family, even though we live separate lives now, we're a lot happier, if that makes any sense. But when we all lived together, it felt like we're like at each other's throats, if you know what I mean. It was, you can feel like the tension between us, you know what I mean. So that's where it all started. This paranormal journey all started in that house. Obviously my family have got their own passions, their own love. Sorry Mum if I'm getting a little bit too personal, sharing your personal life on camera, but like my mum, she don't know whether she still does, but she does like keep fit, as she calls it. She does gym stuff. But again, she's getting towards that age now where she's thinking about retiring. So she's at that age now where she's thinking about retiring. Which I don't blame her. My dad, again, he's retired. He's happy doing his thing. Whatever his thing is, he's happy doing it. My sister, again, she's doing her thing with her family. My brother still lives at home with my parents, but again, he's doing his thing, and I'm doing mine. So even though I'm embracing this whole paranormal journey, rest of my family are not, how can I put it, they haven't gone down the same path as me, if that makes any sense. Like I said, they've got their own life, their own passion, their own, you know what I mean, they have their own agenda. But I don't know, it feels like I've been called to do this, if that makes any sense. Each time I try and forget about the paranormal, the supernatural, whatever you want to call it, I have tried to push it to one side, try to forget about it, try to put it to one side, so to speak. I've tried to get a different hobby, try and get a different lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. Quite a lot of people where I live, they like going to the gym and having big fancy sports cars and 4x4s and all that. yeah, people like where I live, they like to go out places. They like to go down the pub, and I don't know. We're not that far from London. They like to go out to London, up to London, and whatnot. But with me, it's like each time I try and not copy, but each time I think, oh, you know what, I might go and I don't know, start driving or do driving lessons or get myself a motorbike or start going down to the gym and start eating healthily. And each time I go down that journey of doing something different, I always get pulled back into the whole paranormal stuff. Which leads me on to like the whole mediumship. I used to speak to psychics and mediums and stuff like that, and all of them said, oh, you got a gift. You can speak to spirit, and I see you speaking to spirit. And I'm like, yeah, when I'm on my own, yeah, I do speak to my nans and granddads and people that have passed on before me. But I don't see that as talking to spirit. Everyone does that, right? Everyone talks to their nans and granddads and people that have passed on. Everyone does that. They may not admit it, but everyone does that. But then they said, no. I said, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, people that you don't know, people that you never met. I see you communicating with them. So anyway, long story short, I got myself into a mediumship class. It's supposed to be in 16 weeks, learning about mediumship. 16 weeks turned into like about 2 years. I will be honest, I do miss it. It was all on Zoom. Again, I'm not going to share information about the teacher or anything like that. Again, it's personal. But I want to say like the best 2 years of like learning about mediumship, anything to do with mediumship. Met some fantastic people in that class. I still keep in contact with them. I still, talk to them on Facebook and whatnot. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Oh, sorry, guys. Absolutely amazing bunch. And now I don't use the word paranormal as much, if at all. It's more spiritual. It's more spirit. It's more anything to do with spirit. So I want to say the last 35 years, it's been like my whole spiritual journey, even though I don't want it, if you know what I mean. I'm glad I've got it, but I don't want it, if that makes any sense. Life puts you on a journey, whether you want it or not. Life puts you on a journey. And yeah, if you want it, don't want it, whatever. There's a reason why you're going down that journey. Again, if it's a certain journey, which I'm not gonna say, then it's only you that can change it. This spiritual, paranormal, whatever you want to call it, journey that I'm on, it's not hurting anyone. It's not hurting me. I'm mentally sound, if that makes any sense. Like I said, I'm here on my own, talking to a camera, so probably people will probably think, oh, you're a little bit nuts. You're in a cemetery talking to yourself. No, I'm not nuts. I'm mentally sound. But it's a journey that I've been put on. A spiritual journey I've been put on. I didn't ask to be put on this journey. But I'm on this journey of finding out more. I think that's what it is now. I think what this journey is to find out. I don't need proof that spirit are real. I don't need proof that there's more beyond this life than what we see. Hear, touch, smell, whatever. I don't need to prove it to myself because I know it exists. I do these videos now. One for fun. I like making these videos, even though I scare the hell out of myself sometimes. But I make these videos now to share to you guys. Yeah, how can I put it? That the things that you see online, yeah, some of it is real. It's only about 2% of the stuff that you see online is real. The other, I don't know, 97, 98% of what you see online is fake, unfortunately. But you guys know that. You guys know that. You're a smart bunch, you know that. And that's what this channel is about, guys. This channel is about showing you guys the truth. Sharing the truth about spirit. Not all spirits walk through walls. Not all spirit does stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go because it's going to be a very, very, very long video. It's going to be well over an hour video. And I know you guys don't always watch my videos to the end. I know you guys only watch about 10 seconds of it, unfortunately. But again, you know, I'm doing this for fun. I'm doing this for me, as well as for you guys. Like I said, if you made it to the end of this video, leave a comment below that you've watched leave a comment below to say that you watched this video into the end, because I can assure you I don't think many people watch to the end. Probably the odd one. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. Like I said, been here for a while now. Thanks for watching. Like I said, if you want any private one-to-one readings, go and check out my website. My website will be in the description below. Like I said, you know, 99.9% of my readings I give is free. 100% of my content, the bits I share with you, is free. If you do book a reading through my website, the chances of you paying for it is slim. Yeah, on my website it does say however much for a reading, but the chance of you actually paying that is slim. What I mean by that is if you do pay, it's a very good chance I'll probably refund you the money, because I'm that kind of person. Anyway, check out my website. There's not only is there readings on my website that you can book, there's other stuff as well, like sage sticks, yeah, all kind of stuff. So go and check out my website. I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm getting cold and I want a cup of coffee and a nice bacon and sausage roll. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic week. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.